Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I can't believe we're already here. This week every day is long and full and hard, but it also just flies on by. So thank you all for coming and to enjoy our kids. And parents, thank you for sending us your energetic, determined, enthusiastic children. They grew by leaps and bounds this week. It's a wonder to see. My name is Susie Kaiser. I'm the camp administrator, and my job is to set the stage for our gifted, nurturing, and professional music staff, who then take over and work their magic. It's just a wonderful thing to observe. When our staff met before camp started, I asked them what it is that they love about camp, and what they love is to see the transformation of the kids from Monday to today. It's an amazing thing that's happening, and I bet you've seen it too at home. For me, what I love to see is the teachers and the students and the way they interact to make that transformation possible. We have great teaching here, and great teaching is something we all need to value every day. Please, for great teachers. So, if you are on this staff as a high school mentor, a college teacher, or a professional musician, teachers, please stand up so let's all give you a round of applause. So there are 125 people here today wearing pink shirts. But there are only 3 of them that have this label. The other 2 are Tamara Gray and Betsy Nealon. Please stand up. "16 years ago, the 3 of us met with former orchestra director Fred Mayer from the high school and talked about starting a music camp. And the 3 of us decided, oh sure, we can do that. Tamara and Betsy were both general music teachers in the district. They were great partners already. They have the total expertise to think about how you make something work well for kids. And so we just decided we'd do it. And here we are, 15 camps later. It's transformed some over time, but it has come to be something that we all know what it is and we know how to predict it, and it's been one of the most wonderful collaborative projects I've ever been part of. Dan Heim joined our team when he became orchestra director at the high school, and the 4 of us meet every year to think this through. And Stu Ferris has joined us, and Katie Holloway, who's new to the district, is also part of our new team going forward. This is a transition point in the life of our camp. Betsy Nealon, the inspiration, the endlessly creative, the why not this, why not that, how about this, I can do that, you can do that, why don't we do this? Anyway, she's decided to go plant her garden and take a slightly quieter approach to the first week of summer. So today I want to celebrate her contribution by dedicating our concert to her. And now Mr. Heim and Mr. Robinson, you want to come up?
As Susie just said, we find it hard to find the right words for this moment. Betsy Nealon has been a pillar of the music program in this district. She served the district for 40 years? 41 years. And that was before the last 3 years of music camp still. I mean, she's stayed with us even beyond that, 4 years. So we are saddened by her departure, but we know the great gifts that we have received and are so grateful for that. Parting is bittersweet, but it is not forever. She has graciously offered that she would come maybe help us in the school year a little bit, because she just can't totally give it up. I mean, that's the way we are as musicians. We don't really retire. We just kind of do it until, well, anyway. So I have been so grateful. I feel so blessed to have had the chance to work with you, Betsy, over these years. And anybody who has had that opportunity in her classroom, I'm sure feels the same way. If you have been in Ms. Nealon's classroom, please stand up. And we have some parents here as well who've been in the classroom. We have campers all the way up through high school and even adult staff who are returning. So it's quite a gift that we've received from Betsy over the years. And I also want to turn this over to Toya briefly, just so you can take a seat. Thank you. I'm gonna turn this over to Toya Robinson, our district coordinator for arts and gifted education, so that she can make a proclamation to Betsy.
Good morning, everyone. Betsy, would you come up here, please? So first of all, words cannot express how we feel about you. Your work has been insurmountable. I only was able to work with you for a short time, but I probably see you more now than I did when we were working together, because she's tireless. The amount of time and love that she puts into our students in every area, you've just been a blessing to us. So on behalf of the district, music, the community, parents, children, we thank you for the love you've given us. If we just had more like you, and we want to thank you, and we know you can't completely back off because that isn't your personality to do so, but on the behalf of the district, we just want to thank you for your dedication, your distinguished career, and just for the love that you have for children and sharing the gift of music that you have with all of us. So we thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This is really hard for me. I'm usually facing this way, but I want to thank you all for your support through the years, and especially the parents for planting these seeds over here and helping them grow. I know it wouldn't happen without you, and now I have the most important job to walk into, and that is one of an audience, and I can't wait. Thank you.
So this is from Reaching Heights to Betsy Nealon, founder and inspiration, Reaching Heights Summer Music Camp 2004-2018. I'll plant some seeds.
Good morning. Good morning. That's better. It's very nice to see all of you here, and once again, I'd also like to thank you for sharing the gift of your children with us this week. We've had a wonderful time learning a lot of music and a lot about music. It is usually my duty and the best way possible to lead you through this program by telling you a little bit about our camp day. Those of you who know this already, please forgive me for explaining this to all the newcomers here, because every year we have returning students and we have newcoming students and their families. So at the beginning of our day and at the end of our day, we have a big orchestra rehearsal. It's where we get all of our 85 campers up on stage, and we have an assortment of camp staff on stage to help them as well. And we learn big pieces of music, exciting pieces of music, things with a lot of range, so that we can practice different styles and different techniques and different ways of being in a large ensemble, because that's one of the best ways that our students participate in music in our district. So we start our day with an orchestra rehearsal. After the orchestra rehearsal, we move on then to 2 blocks of time where we have what's called music theory, okay? And music theory, for those of you who don't know, is kind of like grammar for music. Okay, which doesn't necessarily sound all that fun, but our teachers and our staff managed to make it incredibly fun for our campers. Music theory is really understanding what makes up music, the vocabulary, the notation, the form, the structure, all of those things, so that students have a vocabulary to operate within, so that when we talk in rehearsal, when we talk about music, we have a common language. And a common understanding of how things work together. So we have music theory, and then we alternate teaching music theory with chamber music. So the chamber music that you heard out in the hallway this morning is a small smattering of all the music that we had yesterday. In our full chamber music recital, we had 22 chamber ensembles total in the camp this year. 4 played for you outside in the hallway, those of you who were fortunate to hear them. And we're now going to hear 4 more of those chamber ensembles. So we're going to bring out the very first of these chamber groups. They're called Handle with Vibrance, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves as well and talk about their piece. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Handle with Vibrance.
Hello. We are Handle with Vibrance. Oh, goodness. I forgot something. Okay. We are playing Concerto Grosso, Opus 3, number 4, HWV 315, big name, by G.F. Handel, and arranged by Mr. Ferris. We worked really hard on this piece, and we hope you enjoy it.
So that group was coached by someone who's already been mentioned here, but I don't know if you have seen her yet. Ms. Katie Holloway, who is our newest music colleague to the district this year, and she has been such a fantastic addition to our orchestra and music staff, so we are grateful for her coming on board. First of all, as a teacher in our district, and also then coming on board as a planning member in an important part of our team for planning the camp. So let's give it up for Mrs. Holloway. Our next group, the Short on Time Woodwinds, coached by yet another long-standing staff member of our district. She is retired as well, but Pam Adamson refuses to stop coming back, and we are so grateful that she refuses to stop, because she is just fantastic. And so her group, the Short on Time Woodwinds, are going to perform for you, and they're going to introduce themselves as well.
Good morning. We are the Short on Time Woodwinds. Today we will be playing for you My Grandfather's Clock Still Ticks. Enjoy.
When I talk to you about learning music theory, the grammar of music, you may say, oh, well, grammar, but yeah, I mean, I understand. I had to learn that too. But you may ask yourselves sometimes the importance of chamber music. Well, chamber music is one of those things where you don't have to pull together 85 people or 30 people or even 20 people. You can pull together a small group of people, as we're going to see in this next group, which is just 2 people. But to pull together 4 people and say, hey, let's play some music, let's get together and do something, is one of those things that we hope a lot for our students beyond high school, beyond college, all the way to the end. We want students to love their instruments, to play their instruments, to feel empowered to play their instruments, and not have to find 20 people and a conductor to do it. Okay, we want them to be able to play music whenever and however they can. And so that, as lifetime consumers, producers, and enjoyers of music, we want that for our students. And you can see also the value in the way that they present themselves, the fact that they can start and end together, that they keep in touch with each other throughout the performance. It's really a wonderful thing. So we have in front of us now the Aquamarine aardvarks, and I'm going to let them, yeah, I know, they look aquamarine, don't they? I'm going to have, I believe Samira was going to say something. Okay, so we'll have Samira come over here.
Hi. are the Aquamarine Aardvarks, and we will be playing Ghost Town.
Okay, so we have one more of our chamber groups to perform for you, and then we'll be transitioning into a slightly different phase of our ensemble, but that group was coached by Chris Vandal, who is a parent in the district and a teacher in a nearby district, South Euclid-Lyndhurst. And we've been so also grateful to have Chris Vandal on staff, Malik Winfield as a high school coach for that group as well, so we appreciate their efforts in getting that group together. Our final group was coached by Caitlin McGaw, who is also a district alum. She graduated in 2011, my second year here in the district. And we are so grateful she has come back. She has lived in different parts of Pennsylvania over the past couple of years and came back to us from Pittsburgh to play and teach and coach, and she even brought a few new horns on board, so we're really grateful for that. So ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to let the 5 Krabby Lobsters introduce themselves.
Hello, we are the 5 Krabby Lobsters, and today we will be playing a tune from The Little Mermaid. Who knew that brass quintets could play under the sea? We hope you enjoy our performance.
To have a quick reset and bring up the choir. But just to recap on the chamber music, as you can see, it's not just even about getting together and playing the music with this. In this situation, someone comes up and introduces the group. They start together, they play confidently their individual parts. Okay? It's not like being in an orchestra where you've got other people who are playing your part along with you. Everybody has to play their own part or it's not there. So just the value and the strength that our musicians gain to go on as musicians, to play in our larger ensembles, the chamber music plays a huge part in that. Now, after our morning of orchestra, theory, and chamber music, kids get lunch. We're not going to present lunch on stage today, but we are, yeah, we don't want that. But after lunch, then everybody gets the opportunity to play an elective. They get to do an elective form of music that is usually different than what they're focusing on for the week on their own instrument. So some of the electives include playing the ukulele, playing in a percussion ensemble, playing jazz on your instrument. And then the other elective is to be in the chorus. And our Heights Summer Music Camp chorus has always been directed by Ms. Tamar Gray, and we are so fortunate that she is with us too. What a wonderful force in the classroom and for this camp. So I'm bringing Tamar out here to say the rest. Thank you very much.
We have our choir, and we're excited to be up. You know what? I am a teacher. Let me do better than this. We're excited to be up here for to perform for you. I wanted to say something special about my dear friend Betsy, and that is that she and I have been through a lot. And I wanted to recognize her in that way. I first wanted to recognize her as teacher. Where are you, Betsy? I just want to talk to you. Just stand right there. It's fine. You don't have to come out. Recognize you as a teacher first, because you think outside the box. And some people can call that crazy, but we know it's gifted. And she thinks of things I would never think of. And we put it together, and it works for us. So as a teacher, I next know you as a colleague. Susie put together a list of what it takes to do this camp, and she stopped at 150 things to prepare for this camp, and that's because she ran out of time when she was writing them down. I believe that you do over half of that 150 things. So as we have to come together and do this without you, we're going to have many holes to fill. And the last part I know you as is as my friend, and the laughs that we consistently have all the time, and she knows what I mean when I say to her, we're talking, and then all of a sudden she switches and it's like squirrel, and she's off somewhere else. So when I say squirrel, you know what I'm talking about. It's a gift to have you as a friend. I'm losing you in the other two parts, but I know that our friendship will never be lost. The songs that we're going to do today, we dedicate them especially to you because I know that this is what you've always envisioned for your students and for their lives. And I thank you for that, and I thank you for the friendship we have. We have one more thing to give you, and she'll bring it off to you, but she'll explain what it is.
So, as part of our schedule is rec time, indoor and outdoor. So an indoor rec, a good chunk of the campers and I, we tried to make 1,000 paper cranes, but we got to 275 and stopped, and we're going to give this to Betsy as well as a hope that her wishes for the rest of her time come true. With hers at the center.
I close my eyes and I can see dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, 'cause no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. The sharpest words wanna cut me down. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Will fly away. I stay. I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. We are warriors, and that's what we become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For we're glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown 'em out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. To the beat I drum. I make no apologies. This is me. Whenever the words wanna cut me down, I'll send a flood to drown them out. This is me.
themes, or I would say the overarching theme that we gave to our students this week, and it's so important for all musicians, not just wind players, not just vocalists, but for everybody, to breathe. And this week we spent a lot of time in different ways focusing on the breath. A couple times we did some breathing exercises just to be calm. Raise your hand if you have heard mindfulness 50 times in the last year. Okay, it's a big buzzword in education, and it's an important thing for all of us. And I think the more that we can do that for our students, the better. But also to realize that music is an art form that breathes. And even if you don't have to use wind to play your instrument, you need to breathe to be alive. I was talking to the counselors and the adult staff in our orientation before we did camp, and I reminded them of the rule of threes, which is to say that you can live without food for about 3 weeks. You can live without water for about 3 days, but you can only live without air for about 3 minutes. And I said to them all, I said, you could have survived this entire meeting without water or food, but if you didn't have enough air, none of us would be here right now. And so breathing is something that I felt was really important for us to emphasize to the staff and to the students this week. And so now we're going to work on something where we use our breath in a very different way. And we hope you enjoyed the slow movement of Mahler's First Symphony. don't know how many of you are aware of playing ensembles or doing these sorts of things, but I just asked this group to give us a tremendous contrast to our first piece. So that's a big accomplishment, to be able to do something in that character and so different. Right after we started with this big bombastic piece of music that's full of energy, to do something this different is really a stretch for them, and I pushed them very far this week. So let's give it up for them. That piece also, I don't know how many of you know it, but it is, if you might have recognized it, I thought, this sounds kind of familiar. It's the minor mode version of Frere Jacques. And Mahler wrote this piece, he wrote that piece when he saw a picture, this is very interesting, he saw a picture in a children's book of a hunter's funeral, and the hunter was being carried in the casket by animals. And I just find that a fascinating thing, because he saw this picture and he said, I'm going to take a children's song and I'm going to find something to depict this. And I just thought that was a wonderful image to think of. So there are just different ways that music can inspire us. We even talked about a different narrative for that piece. But that's the great thing about great music, is that we can always find a good story to go along with it. This next piece has a very explicit story. We all probably know something about Harry Potter. My son has recently gotten into it in a big way. We're only on the 4th book. Yeah, he's 7 years old and we're on book 4 of Harry Potter. So I have had a personal desire to do this just from what's going on in my family, but it's great music by John Williams, and these guys are doing a wonderful job with it. So enjoy the highlights from Harry Potter. concert, I would like to give special thanks to two individuals who, in my opinion, today have been somewhat under-recognized. First of all is somebody who gives constantly to our program, is unfailingly there to help, and does it all because he knows it's the right thing to do, and that's Mr. Stu Ferris. The other person who we need to recognize, who's incredibly under-recognized right now, is somebody who is glad to be in the background, somebody who is glad to do lots of work but not take that much credit for it. And she does a ton of work, and she pushes us all to the limit, in that in a good way, and that sometimes in a way that's hard and frustrating, but in a way that that we all need, and we all have teachers who've been like that. And so I want to give a special thank you to Susie Kaiser, who is the glue of this camp. So we're going to end now with our district fight song. Those of you who are going to be in marching band will be playing this a lot in the coming years. So please enjoy our rendition of Eye of the Tiger.